Yeah, people, welcome again, man. Welcome to the Nicardo Media House, the morning insider show again, the legendary deal, King on the other side, Ball Pre TV. People, remember, later today, at the ATX preview, you understand, with some collab coming, international collab. We had some local collab some of this, so the ATX Tuesday, look more on Ball Pre TV, international collab. They don't know. So, again, King, the morning insider day again, Tuesday, big bad, few more days left back, the big game kick off in Curacao on Friday. But what's the energy like, man? What's your energy like? You happy? You sad? You're anticipating about the game. You're anxious.
It's me and my jersey are ready, so you know, say we're ready
Hey,
up, I'm
me,
ready,
me,
we're ready.
me, not, me, not the brand, me, not the brand. Yeah,
Yeah, man, we're ready, man. We're ready. We're getting ready, and I think you can judge by even the YouTube space. You can see
yeah.
the YouTube space. Everybody's out in their numbers
The
because we
fans, them,
know saying
right?
everybody fans them out. Everybody out. Everybody's excited because you don't know it's that time again. You get me? I say it's the second round of the.
Yeah.
It's the second round of the final round
After
of the
final
World Cup.
run. Yeah,
World Cup qualifiers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're
it's,
ready,
yeah,
man.
but you can't say fans them happy. The fans them out on them numbers. I know every YouTubers, their numbers grown over the last week or so, especially over the last few days, when the squad announced. So people them want update, the people them want the vibes, the people them want the show, the people them just want hear the Kete Joma beat reggae boys. But to the video. Brown man, aka Bill Cadamarteri, is this the return of the newer version of the Diane Burton? Because would I hear about the history of Diane Burton walk through the door? I think what Fitch I was it. I think it was Fitch try say yo him brought Diane Burton to the program. But is this a newer version of a Diane Burton?
Well, it's safe to say Brown man, let me say we not call him Brown man because of the incident or going to
Yeah, yeah,
Jamaica
yeah,
or the
yeah, yeah.
RIP to who. But we know why we call him Brown man because at the end of the day, we know say out of many one people who say Jamaica, but Brown man, Bailey Kadamachi is a Brown man. So, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why I call him Brown man. But as it relates on the football field, you know, me, you were similar age, so we would have seen the 98 team when we were at a younger age,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the history with Dean Burton are just some stories for you. We can only take what people told us about Dean Burton and what he really did. You see me? So the truth is, this is our Dean Burton. I guess this
Yeah,
is our
yeah,
90th,
yeah,
and now
yeah.
we start with
See,
our
that's why we
Dean
are
Burton.
qualified for World Cup. That's why I got qualified for the World Cup with a big man thing. And him at 20. I think Burton coming
20.
him about 19, right? 19, 20, somewhere right there.
Where's that? I run parallels. History
Yeah,
repeat
yeah,
itself
yeah, bro.
again.
A lot of similarity, bro, in place.
Yeah,
So that's our 98 this. 2026 our 98. You understand? And look, it's in our backyard. You understand? It in our backyard. So hopefully, we can get some tickets. But talking about, the Bailey Cadamarteri and stuff like that, he came in, came to play for us at the right given time when we're actually searching for that number 9 leader up front, someone with a high ceiling, someone that have the potential, the full package. You would have heard the stories in the last window of, is running behind, is zero doors, dropping deep, everything. It's like I call him the young hurricane. I call him the young Hurricane. When Hurricane went out on loan for Tottenham Hotspur, this is the raw version of a Hurricane that But I would have never predict that Hurricane would have come this great. Hopefully Bailey if he can come even greater, come be one of the greatest striker for reggae boys. But with him score, in that game versus Trinidad and Tobago, many people are already talking about the Luton Shelton, record that look, it will be inside for Bailey Cadamarteri because he's 20. Yet him still have a contract with Sheffield until 2028. So he's going to be around, but you see this boy score at least 4 goals, in the coming games in November and October.
Yeah, so definitely with Bailey Kadamachi situation, the mere fact that England hold him in such a high remarks or high recognition where
Yeah,
him play for the England under 19 have a goal for them, play for England under 20 have a goal for them. And we don't even want to talk about the situation back in the past when he was called up because sins are forgiven.
yeah,
Sins are forgiven. And that is what you're supposed to do as a footballer. Make your foot do the talking. Make your foot on the pitch with the ball do the talking. And that is what this player is coming to give us. Now, what impressed me the most about Bailey Kalamachi is everything. The man
Yeah.
have everything as a striker, bro. The
Yeah.
man off the ball running, the man movement. You get me? I say, now the first game he could have easily scored an hat trick. You get me? I say, all right,
Yeah.
piece of brace. And then the coach said, I asked the coach a question. I asked the coach a question about Cadamarteri, and he did answer me and say, yo, King, basically, Cadamarteri say, him know say he should have scored, but he must save it for the next game. And so said, so done. The youth have a swagger, the youth have so an
Yeah.
aura about him, even before him kick a ball for it. Like just looking at the youth have a swagger, him have an aura at 20. As I say, remind me of the hurricane. The sky is the limit for the
Yeah.
youth. And the greatest thing about him currently is that is a starting forward for Sheffield Wednesday. So it's not like he's a big part player at the age of 20. He's a
Yeah.
starting man. Yeah, he must start with Jamal Lowe up front, but the mere fact that at 20 years old, them hold him in such a high regards. You get me? I say we are very, very lucky, honored, and blessed to have Bailey Cadamarteri in the setup right now. And as I said, that Luton Shelton record might be inside. So we know, so we now get ahead of
Warner
ourselves.
Brown have him chance. Warner Brown I get him chance to, and get insight of it, because Warner Brown started off well, but Bailey Cadamarteri is sealing that. Look, this player can him go play 2026. He can play 2030, and 2030 he will be like what 24, 25. 2034 he will be like close to around the 30 marks as well. So him actually have around three. If him have a very good career in the next 15 years, him can give it 3 World Cup cycles.
But the most impressive thing about what Bale Kadamachi go out so far now is not even of himself. Because every time we see Steve McLaren bringing a player, it's usually him rest the player and
Yeah.
you don't play the player the first game. So it was very surprising to say, yo, him fling Bale Kadamachi straight in the
Yeah.
first game, the first time he's really available to us,
Yeah.
start him. You get me? I said, and then him get started again. So right now, if you ask me, he's the player that owns that number 9 shirt. I would be very surprised to see that Warner Brown is fit tomorrow and Bailey Cadamarteri is fit tomorrow. And on the Bailey Cadamarteri start, Roman Burl is back in the side. I'm tell you, I don't think nobody can take that number 9 jersey off him. I mean, they probably have give him the actual number 9 this time around. But it's like the starting number 9 jersey off Bailey Cadamarteri because the coach fling him in straight away and him show everything with the coach and what we want to see from a number 9, including putting the ball in the back of the net. That
Yeah.
is what it
You
is.
remember the video we do about Tyrese Hall day before yesterday we talk about him not being available for England team because of the failure of making it to the under 20. This is our next player as well, because you just set up the perfect sentiment around the statement to me I'm making. I say, yo, under 19, under 20. So guess what? You said under 19 during the time of the build up of getting qualified for the U19 Euros to get to the World Cup. So
Yeah.
it's a blessing in the sky for Jamaica reggaeboyz team of England not making it to the U20. And Billy Cadamarteri come out of the shadow and say, yo, light and thunder, reggaeboyz time. You understand me? I said,
Yeah.
bro, Billy Cadamarteri are one of them that he was saved by the bell of England of not making it to the U20 World Cup. So him a one of them at 20, bro. So if England not make it, would I watch Bailey right now down at Chile. You understand?
Yeah.
So I just theme time, theme moment, what them say. Once it have happen, it have happen. Judge and I go turn back your mans. You
Yeah,
understand?
definitely. You call it a sliding doors moment. And guess
Ah,
what? We have to exploit that because we are the coach talk and this is the fact. A lot of the heritage players them of the past come when they're 26, 27, 28. You get me? I
yeah,
say when they're like in their peak are going over the hill. So now we have players before them peak are forward in the national team and Bill Kadamachi are probably a the leader of that generation now. As he spoke about Tyrese Hall. You get me? I said Tyrese Hall is very close to the squad as what the coach said. So
yeah,
I mean imagine having a 20-year-old Bill Kadamachi now and then a 20-year-old Tyrese Hall. You get me? I said that is the
yeah,
age, right? Perfect age when them are them not even start them prime, them nowhere near them prime. But them
yeah,
are add that youthfulness there and them are bring hunger,
yeah,
youthful exuberance.
yeah.
You get me? I
The
say
energy up
actual
front.
energy.
So you can
You get me? I say
imagine Bailey a start, Bailey Cadamarteri a start with that pressing style of play, and then Burrell can come off the bench when the defenders' legs already got run out by Bailey Cadamarteri and Cephas them, Dixon them, Bobby
Shamai,
Reed. You understand what I
all
say,
of them.
brother? All of them. So it's the perfect stepping stone for him. But I just want to touch upon this before we close out. He's going through a little situation at this moment where in the last 7 or 5 months, they have been getting paid late, not on time by the club, by Sheffield. So Jamal Lowe, Deshaun Bernard, and Bill Cadamarteri have been going through enough embargo. They can't even sign a player at this moment. You understand? They can't even sign
Yeah,
a player at this moment. So I mean, we seen the player is not really getting on the score sheet, but he's banging in top draw performances. I mean, he have dull moments in the game, but his attitude towards the game, it have never shied away of not doing the right thing. So the goals are not coming, but it shows that the player willing to make the effort, willing to even how many number nines out there willing to sacrifice their game for the team. Those number
yeah.
nine don't build anymore. And Bailey is a player that numerous times for Sheffield sacrifices. So yeah, people, a little bit of technical difficulty, like about we jump back right in. But we just have to say like, Bailey I got through some time, the team I got through some embargo and things like that. But the manager still showing trust in our 20-year-old to lead the lineup. I know he got like one goal so far in any championship versus Wrexham, the Hollywood team. But again, you have to put it in perspective of Bailey. He's getting the minutes. He's been trusted by a coaching staff that believe in him, and they get him the right people around him to help to nurture that talent. And over the summer, Sheffield Wednesday could have easily, go on to sell Bailey Cadamarteri and get millions of pounds for him. But guess what? They trust the process and they believe that this youngster can provide for Sheffield Wednesday. But King, before we wrapped up, that's where we're going to leave it. Your last word, upon Bailey Cadamarteri.
So Bill Cadamarteri, as I said, the good thing is getting the minutes at his club. Again, me I say
Yeah,
Animal come in for Jamaica and we're expecting a good performance from Brown man. Again, me I said,
yeah,
but also the fact that Sheffield Wednesday going through all of that you just explained and they're languishing currently, early season, but they're languishing relegation zone. It's up to
yeah,
Bill Cadamarteri and Jamal Lowe to fire them out of the relegation zone and try and keep them up into the championship, because irrespective of what them are going with the right fee, all of that we just explain and go on. But you get me, I said the fact that them currently sitting in the relegation zone or something with them, yeah, I know that it's season or something for them, make sure so them not find themselves in a relegation battle later on. But Bill Cadamarteri for the Jamaica team, Brown
yeah.
man, everybody I can look for your stadium October 14th.
Prediction: How
Everybody
much goal? How much goal in
Orange
two
Square
game?
Stadium,
Yeah.
I two game them. I'm gonna say at least three, three goals, three.
Bailey will score. Bailey will score the first goal on Friday. The first goal of the game on Friday. Bailey Cadamarteri will score on his second shot to the goal.
All right,
That's
you
my
put money
prediction.
on
Just bet. Just bet.
it.
Just bet. Plug that one there in. Sponsor the morning inside a show.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but people, that is it, man. With Bailey Cadamarteri. Bless upon yourself. Let me know what your thoughts be in the comment section. Remember, Ball Pre TV, Nicardo Media House. You tired of your face again. Bless up to the people and salute. I eat that.
Big up, big up, big up. Bless up, big.